let's look at Pulse Chain here now. We have been pumping pretty well here over the last couple of weeks with the rest of the market. Things have been moving up substantially. We have Pulse now at what I guess that'd be about 82% of SAC rate, so 4 zeros and an 8.2. So it's, I mean, I think it's kind of at a local top, or has been at a local top really today. Pulse X is at 58.5% of SAC rate, 4 zeros, 585. Incentive token right at $4. Combined HEX, I'm sure I'm triggering people saying that, is at 3.3 cents probably. We have HEX on Pulse Chain at 2.8, and EHEX is at basically a half of a penny right now, and it has been moving up big time. It has closed that gap, that 10-to-1 gap, between HEX and EHEX down. It's halved it basically recently. So very interesting there. So yeah, what do you make? I guess we can pull up Pulse first here and just kind of take a look. Maybe we can even look at the hexes too, but I don't want to get way too bogged down because we want to get into some of these PDI updates and some things that are coming. So
I am going to pull up, this is the EHEX chart just because I had it here. And you look at this nice little run, like you said, it went from basically 0.001 to 0.005 rather quickly, from less than a month. So there's that, the pullback. We've also got I'll just bring it up quickly. I think Bank X still has 468 million left, although they pulled 200 million from their liquidity wall.
Right.
So they've got 268 million liquid and $200 million on the sell, or 200 million hex on the sell wall. So that is a positive thing. Maybe kind of was wishing that they would just get rid of all of it so that we could move on without that, hanging over our heads. But it's one of the reasons why I think it was able to fly up here like this. They've got their sell wall set, obviously a little bit higher. So, let's get through each level as we can, and I think it'll do just fine. So, all right, let's switch over here to Pulse Chain and take a look at this one. And yeah, you're seeing a very, very similar structure out of this one as well. Now, this is against the DAI price. Obviously, I didn't put it on the Ethereum pair, which we may want to take a look at that pair to see how it's
great too.
To see how it's doing against ETH. So let's take a look at this one.
Yeah, for a while it was kind of just flatlining, like in a I've bottomed type of way, but
now
so
look at the chart against Ethereum. So okay, not as impressive.
We'll zoom out a little bit though. I mean, so there's that whole bottoming sequence over the course of months, but I mean it's still gradually moved up, and Ethereum's just been moving up too. So
they're both moving up somewhat together, but there's still a small trajectory here. They've got their rounded bottom, and it is holding, very closely. So that's a good thing. I think it's looking healthy. You made this sideways chop for quite a while, and it took kind of the lead, and then it pulled back, but it's now starting again. So against ETH, it's looking good, but against the US dollar, it's looking very strong. This structure here. I mean, again, we'll go back to the same thing, but kind of beginning of November-ish, where we hit, this last local bottom. Obviously it wasn't the bottom back in September, but just on November 4th, we've made, let's take a look, up to today's price, which is 83.23 something, 118%. So done a easy 2x just in a month.
A
month and 2 days.
And
So
that is substantial. I mean, for anybody who has been DCAing hardcore over the last year and a half or whatever, 3 years now, I mean, you're going to notice that in your portfolio, of course, as long as you have been DCAing down at the lows. That's the important thing.
yep.
But yeah, and then of course, Pulse X, the ratio is still looking great against Pulse. We're going to get in, and we're going to get into that ratio stuff here in a minute, like Pulse X potentially getting to parity with Pulse, and earmuffs, everybody. HEX getting into parity with HEX as well. We'll talk about that too. But yeah, I mean, all these are looking great right now. I know Ink just hit a key level on the weekly as well. So incentive token, it looked like it really wanted to burst out the other day. I mean, it went to like 4.25 or something like that before the ecosystem kind of pulled back, but it's probably set to run up here a bit as well. So yeah.
Looking at the Pulse X ratio at 0.71. And it keeps climbing. So I do totally see this happening way before the hexes reach parity.
Right.
Only because again, you've got a bunch of different players now. It's not how should I say it? You still have the sides, right? You still have this is better, this side's better than this side. You've got the the stigma of the tweet. The market has decided tweet, and markets take a while to play out. So again, now we're getting into the territory though of gas fees, and I think I brought it up to you earlier because I had a stake, and in the last couple of days, one of them was from day 3, and what was it? What I show you? $650 this afternoon to try to end it.
Yeah, what was the way then? Like 50-ish, or
it was around 50. So I think it's around 20, 25 or 20 right now, anyway. So it would obviously be still $300, half of that, to end a stake is ridiculous. So
yeah,
you're definitely going to see, for the people that want to stake, that want to earn more, Pulse Chain is obviously the one to hold. But as far as a liquid token, I think we'll find a happy ratio and probably stay with it. As things go up, I don't see the hexes getting to parity. It would take a miracle effort and a lot of liquidity bonding once it actually got close to even consider it. And I don't know that any one holder has enough liquidity of both to bond them other than the OA.